on seeing the color red. So I was wondering, okay, so why am I seeing the color red? And then I thought about the root chakra. And then I remembered that I had this meditation yesterday where I was doing Kundalini yoga. So I was sitting in this pose and I was breathing into my root chakra. And in the meditation, and with my eyes closed, I see all red. And there was this moment where I was seeing all red, and then all of a sudden my legs began like tingling. And it was like ants. You know how you get that feeling of like ants crawling up your leg? So I was getting this feeling of ants crawling up my legs. And I was like, oh my goodness. And so I started breathing into it. And all of a sudden, like the bottom half of my stomach opened up like this. There was this big swell in the bottom half of my stomach. And I realized like my root chakra had been like disengaged for a while because all of a sudden it opened up and all of this gas, TMI maybe, but all of this gas started coming out of me. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. Maybe this is not just happening for me though. Maybe this is happening for the collective too. So let me know if that's happening for you. And you might be overcoming some fears right now if that is happening for you and if this is for you. Or you've just like recently released a huge like fear, maybe a fear of success, maybe a fear of becoming a great like person in this world. Maybe you've had these underlying fears behind your dreams and your goals, and now there's been an unlock, there's been a portal, there's been like something that has opened up within you and me, and now we're about to start seeing the benefits of that, okay? Other than just the 3D benefit, which is being able to regularly pass gas, which is pretty cool. Okay, I'm going to start with red cards, though, because red was the color for today. And look at that. On the bottom of the deck, there's the fire. You might be a fire sign or have a lot of fire energy in your chart. Okay, you might be a Sagittarius, a Leo, or an Aries. Okay, that might be what you like, what you are. Let's see what sort of symbol comes out for you. Shadow. Okay. Shadow. And so I think that's what I was picking up on with the root chakra. Again, the shadow card is red. Okay, it's more crimson. And yeah, it's just overcoming that fear. Okay? Because you can fear being successful. That can be a thing. Like, because if you're successful, then that would mean you have to show up for yourself. You'd have to do the things that you said you were going to do. You would have to keep the promises that you made to yourself. You would have to be the person who you want to be without any excuse, because no longer can you like preach that you're a failure or that you didn't get by in life or that you weren't lucky. You know, most successful people are called lucky by most people who aren't successful. So it's like there can be this collective consciousness fear of success because of those reasons, because of the way that you're going to be perceived or seen by others, okay? So I think what the message is here is it's your guides really want you to get in touch with that. You know, what about, first of all, you should have a list of goals. You should have dreams, okay? And if you don't have dreams written down or dreams that you can see or the dreams that you can just say off the top of your head, you need to sit down and get in touch with your dreams. And what that looks like or can look like is reconnecting with your inner child, reconnecting with your inner teen, seeing or feeling what it was like to be that person and saying, okay, what did I actually want to be before I decided to go into like this 9-to-5 position? Or what did I want to be before I got suckered into this job with a big salary or whatever it is, right? What are your dreams? Write those down and get those established. Now, once you get those established, it's like, and for those of you who already have those established, it can be a matter of, do you fear it? Is it something that you're okay with being? Like if one of your dreams is to be a pop star, are you okay with getting in front of a crowd of 20,000 people and dancing and singing and being seen and being heard, you know? And if you're afraid of it, you know, that fear is a little bit of a guide, but it's also you, you know, because the unknown can be scary, and we can be scared of like, because you never experienced it. But there's no need to fear, okay? Like your spirit's saying, there's no need to fear. There's no need to fear. What else we got here? friendships. Yeah, so with this, it's important that you have companions, okay? So I'm getting that this message is pretty long term for you. Like, this is something that you're stumbling into or that you've recently started doing again. Hold on, I'm gonna go turn on the light. My bad, it was getting a bit dark or something. So it's like whatever you have inside your mind as a dream, especially I think if you're like, because Pluto's coming out of Capricorn and it's going to be out of Capricorn for like 20 years. It's never going to be in Capricorn again. So Capricorns are going through this huge shift. And I think this might have to do with that shift where it's like, what you're about to do, your dreams are now going to be able to be manifested like for real, for real. Like, you're going to not only be able to do it, but you're going to be able to see how you're going to do it and how it's going to come about. And you're going to be able to like slowly start to see it happen for you, right? And they want you to be garnering very, very good friendships as you go through this process, because your friends, your allies, the people who you know and can trust, these people are going to help you identify when you're in your shadow and when you're presenting sort of fear or guilt or shame, or when you're presenting lower vibrational stuff. Your friends can help you identify that, and they can also uplift you, encourage you, bring you to a point of or a state of mind where you're able to get going again. They can inspire you. Your friends are really, really important, and you want to be surrounding yourself with people who are inspiring you, who are fanning the flame to your fire. Okay. I think that's really important for you right now. And so with friendship, I'm also getting the message of discernment, like having judgment, having good judgment of what is a good friend, okay? And what is it that a good friendship like is to you? Maybe going and doing some research on, or maybe getting some books on it, or like looking into, okay, what does a friendship look like? How can I be a good friend? How are the ancients good friends? How are the people in Greece friends with other people? How does mentorship work? How does apprenticeship work? Looking into that stuff can be really helpful for you. Earth. Excuse me. Okay. So Earth is grounding. Okay. So earlier in this reading, I said you might have a lot of fire in your chart. You might have a lot of fiery energy. Your North Node might be in a fire sign. And so what this dream that you're going after here, it's starting to, as it starts to come together, and as this fire starts to get flamed by the people around you, and it starts to grow, your spirit guides also want another tool in your bag to be that groundedness. How do you ground yourself? If you don't have a specific method already in place that you specifically use and works for you, they're saying you want that to, you want to start working on that. You want to start putting that into place. Also, it doesn't matter. They're saying right now that it doesn't matter how little it is. It can be a backyard. It can be just a little tree or a small tree and a little patch of grass. They want you to be able to go out into nature and like be barefoot in the grass, be barefoot on the dirt. They want you to sit in the grass. They want you to touch the tree. They want you to get involved and integrated with the earth in some way, okay? At least once a week. At least once a week. I'm hearing bam. I'm hearing bam. Okay. Bam. Bam. Wham, bam. Transformation. Yeah, so as that fire starts to grow, and you start to need that grounding. When you have it, it's going to be very, very good for you, because being grounded in that high state of energy is going to allow you to transform. Okay? The amount of good feeling that you can, interpret within yourself without having to let it out in any sort of way. is your capacity to feel the universe. It's your capacity to receive the blessings of the universe. So I'm just getting that with this groundedness and with this flame, the combination of the two is going to help you really spread your wings and start flying into the world. Okay, I'm going to pull some tarot now. Wanting to know more about this, like more about this story. This shadow that you're dealing with these friendships, and like what can the collective benefit from here, or what would be something that they're open and ready to receive at this time here. Okay, so okay, so we have the Seven of Pentacles, we have the King of Wands in reverse, and the Two of Swords in reverse. So this is yeah, there's something preventing you from realizing your power. And what it is it's a thought. Let's go a little bit deeper here. Yeah, your true power lies in your ability to want things and not know how you're going to get them. Okay? Your ability to dream big dreams and not know how that they're going to happen, but still believe in them and have faith in them. You have a very strong manifesting engine in your like mind, or in your heart, or like in the combination of your head and your heart. You have a very strong engine. It's like you have a very strong magnet. And the only thing that gets you caught up is thinking about how it's going to happen, how you're going to do it, creating a plan as to how. And what Spirit is trying to tell you is, hey, listen, like you're a special case, okay? You're just a special case, because you don't necessarily have to do what other people have to do to get what you want to manifest. And if you try to do it their way, it's not going to work for you. It's like they have to do 90% to get there. Like they have to go 90% to get the other 10, whereas you only have to go 20% and the other 80 comes to you quickly. It's like as soon as you take that first step and think about it in your mind's eye, you're just a special case. There's something about you that like the rule does not pertain to you. You do not have to go through the physical effort to get the thing. You can just simply sit back and attract it, okay? And think about it, it will happen. The only thing is the with this power, you must be able to make a decision. Okay? That's very important. And it has to be, well, so right after that, I pull the Four of Swords upright, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and the Knight of Swords upright. And so it's like, the Four of Swords is telling me that they, like, your angels, your guides, your higher self do not need you to meditate on this thing. All you got to do is ask for it, and they're bringing it to you. You may need a little bit of, like, meditation going into your own space in the 3D to really get it to come forward into the 3D, whatever your manifestation is. Okay? But it's going to be so important that you basically blindly walk into your vision. They want you to like anticipate it's going to happen. They want you to expect the things that you ask for. They're telling me to tell you that whatever you ask for or have asked for is coming for you. And you're so powerful with it that like all you got to do is know that, and it's done. Like once you know that and you act as if it already is, then it will happen right away. Like without further ado, as soon as possible will happen for you. Okay, I'm getting itchy hands, which could be a symbol of you gaining a lot of money, a lot of inheritance from this. Okay. Again, it's just like all signs are pointing to you visualizing what your dreams are and holding that vision. And, you know, anticipating it and expecting it and acting like it, like as if it has already happened. Okay, they're saying you have some thoughts that you need to overcome here. Okay, there's thoughts that need some contrary concentration. And what is contrary concentration? I'm going to read to you a passage of this book here. Okay, every condition or quality that exists in the world has an opposite. In fact, it is because they have an opposites that it is possible for us to know them. If there were no night, there would be no day as such. If there were no lazy, a man cannot call himself industrious. If disease did not exist, we would have no idea of health. All conditions are paired with their opposites, but of each pair, only one condition will benefit us. The other brings harm and failure, if we permit it to possess our minds. The meditation on opposites counseled by Patanjali is, in these pages, termed contrary concentration, or concentration on the positive. And basically what he covers there is the same thing that Abraham Hicks covers when she talks about picking up a subject and having every subject is two subjects. When you think about abundance, that same thought also has a spectrum of lack. And so if you focus on the lack, you're focusing on the wrong side of the spectrum. And so it's going to take some willpower. It's going to take some positive thinking. It's going to take some appreciation and some actual effort and work to get your mind to be thinking about the positive, to be thinking about the things that you actually want in your life. I mean, it shouldn't be, but due to our programming in society, it can be a little bit hard and difficult, because if you walk into a room, 8 out of 10 people are thinking lack. And so if you're one of the 2 who are thinking abundance, it's going to be very important for you to continue repeating it consciously in your mind, what you want to be thinking about, okay? Because otherwise you give into the collective, and then all of a sudden you're in lack again, okay? And giving into the collective is easier than not giving in, okay? It's easier. It's still easy not to give in, okay? It's a little bit hard, but at the beginning, but it gets easier. As you get stronger, it gets easier, right? Excuse me. But they're saying have strength here. And they know you have strength. And they know that you're going to be able to overcome this. And another thing about this strength card is they're saying that this is a season of blessings, and that you should forgive yourself for any times in the past that you may have given into the thought of lack, of failure, of poverty, of thinking ill of somebody else. Any time that you've done that and you've given into that, it's time to forgive yourself and move on. Okay. M-A-A-T. This is Mat. This is the goddess of fairness. The situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. So just know that you're getting what you rightly deserve. Okay, you're getting what you rightly have put in and sown into the world, and you know what that is, especially in your childhood, especially in your upbringing. You've sown a lot into the world. And only now are you getting to realize those benefits. Only now, in this next season, are you getting to realize who you actually are, okay? But I'm also getting that there has been a particular situation that involves a feather. Okay, I'm seeing this feather. And so this person might, this situation might have been, excuse me, I'm like, I have something in my throat. Okay, so what I was picking up on, I'm picking up on a situation where it seems like you're being put in a position, I'm just feeling like you're being put in a position to think that you're in the wrong. Or to think that you overstepped, or that you did something that wasn't just, okay? And I'm just getting that, like, whatever situation this was, what you were doing was you were protecting your energy in some way. I want to figure out what that, Lakshmi, bright future, stop worrying, everything is going to be fine, okay? So however you asserted yourself in this situation, and I am getting that you asserted yourself, because there's a lot of assertion here. Like, it's like they may be condemning you for asserting yourself so aggressively. Or maybe it wasn't even aggressively, it just was perceived in that way. And Ma is coming out and telling you, hey, you know, what you did was actually just and fair. And we're actually coming in, the angels and your goddess and goddesses, they're coming in and they're making sure that all parties in the 5D are aware of the fairness that took place here, and they're sorting this out for you. Okay, I'm getting that they're sorting this out, they're resolving this for you, and they're actually bringing you more positive relationships. They're bringing you in people who are actually going to recognize that you are giving others the benefit of the doubt. They're going to recognize you for the kindness that you display. And they're not going to mistake it as weakness. Kali, endings and beginnings. Yeah, so so your guides are coming in and they're ending any unresolved relationships that are making you feel like just anxious, just making you feel anything that you don't want to be feeling. Okay, they're bringing these to an end, and just know that there might be a little bit of a period of stagnation, but it's not real stagnation. They're saying that it's gonna feel like you're bored, it's gonna feel a little bit stagnant, but in reality, what they're doing is they're giving you space. They're allowing you to open up a huge space. What space are you opening up here? I'm going to pull a symbol. Past life. Yeah, you're opening up the doorway to a past life. Okay? And so that's why it might feel stagnant, because the part of you who is normally ambitious and cunning and moves forward and gets things done, this sort of masculine part of you has been exploring a past life and has been working with a 5-dimensional version of you from a past life for a while. You've been actually undergoing some sort of spiritual mentorship. And so your inner masculine has been going through these courses and I'm seeing like you inside of a vast, big library, and you're just studying, you're looking for answers as to what happened in this past life. I'm going to see if I can get any insight into this past life. There is a message coming for you. There's a message coming for you in regards to this past life, okay? And so this message is going to be something in the manifested realm. I want to see what kind of message is coming in. I wish I had something here. What kind of message is coming in? Okay. Let me see here. I think I actually have... Okay. I'm going to pull out these big cards because I want to see what kind of message would be coming out, or how this message is going to come for you here. Okay. So how is this message going to be presented to the collective here? Okay. Fashion star. Magic spells. Scribing, intuitive, higher state of consciousness. Okay. So 2 messages coming from this, okay? The 2 messages I'm getting is you connect with your past life through what you wear, through the clothing that you put on. So they're saying go shopping if you can, okay? If you're go to the thrift store, try on stuff, try on new clothes, try wearing your different hats, maybe go through your closet and try everything on. They're saying that there's certain clothes that when you put them on, you start to activate your past life. You start to activate who you were before, and you start to get those memories back based on what you're wearing, especially jewelry. I'm getting, okay? Jewelry, stones, rings, anything that you like, ankle bracelets I'm hearing, belly beads, stuff like earrings, stuff like that, necklaces, hats. All of this stuff is going to start to open this up. Another way that you're going to receive a message is through writing, through automatic writing, okay? If you're a scribe, if you know how to scribe, if you know how to scribe and you are a scribe and this is what you do, it's going to come through that. If you are not a scribe, that's confirmation of anything right there. Start your engines. Okay, so if you are a scribe, start your engines. Get your pad out, get your pen out, get your typewriter out, get your computer out, and start going. Okay, because those messages are going to come through that. If you are not a scribe, or if you don't work with that energy, I do feel like this is going to come in the form of a letter, a handwritten letter, okay? A handwritten something. Maybe a note, maybe a letter, maybe something somebody writes to you, okay? It's going to open up some pathways within you, okay? What else about this past life here? So this past life that your masculine has sort of been in communion with, it's been making you feel a little bit wound up in your situation. This is meant to be. You were meant to be here. They want you to just go with it. Go with whatever you are. Go with wherever you are right now. Because you do have a lot of happiness, a lot of bliss, a lot of blessings coming in for you. And you're going to be able to focus actually on what you want to focus on moving forward, okay? Because I'm getting a sense that you haven't really been able to focus. You haven't been really able to get things done. Like, you've been getting things done, just not really with that gusto that you know is yours. Just know that's coming back in time, okay? There's still some lessons that the masculine is learning. Jealousy. Jealousy is one of the big lessons. Ooh, so jealousy is very interesting, okay? It's a very interesting energy. It's a very interesting emotion, and oftentimes it does not come from our enemies. It comes from our friends. It comes from the people closest to us. It comes from our family, okay? So that's why it's such an interesting emotion, and why it's such an interesting feeling when somebody is jealous of you, okay? And we have the evil eye on the front here, so maybe go get you an evil eye, okay? Another thing about this is, the past life lesson. So like, maybe in the past you were going along sort of the same path, following your dreams, and on the rise of following your dreams, you weren't able to decipher or have distinction between who is on your team and who is out just to be vindictive or spiteful, who is out to just get or take from you, okay? And what I'm getting is, hold on, excuse me. Keep on coughing. What is that about? Okay, so, and now they want to give you all that stuff. And see, this is another reason why your dreams are coming through, because you're learning what the difference is between an actual friend, somebody who really wants to support you and see you grow, and somebody who wants to support you, wants to see you grow, but not bigger than them. Wants to support you, but wants to feed off your energy. Wants to support you, but wants to be a bandwagon. Wants to hitchhike off of your energy, okay? And you'll know this because they'll come in and they'll tell you that they can make you better, that they can make you go faster, that they can make you stronger, that they can help you with this and that. Or and you also know these people because they try to seem so perfect around you. It's like they see you as somebody who's genuinely very authentic and genuinely has traits that they want. And so instead of being genuine themselves around you, which if they were genuine, you would have accepted them just as they are, they're disingenuous. And in this disingenuity, it comes from their own insecurity, okay? But you're learning how to decipher that energy. Magic. And you're also learning how to protect yourself from that energy, okay? Because it's not just about deciphering that energy. It's about protecting yourself from it. It's about holding a law of attraction, a vibrational frequency that doesn't bring it in, that is vibrating too high for it to even come in. And if it does come in, it's unable to be itself around you, okay? Water and full moon. Water and full moon. I'm getting that throughout your childhood and throughout your upbringing and even in your teenage years, you experienced a lot of the jealousy. And it actually had a big effect on your inner teen and your inner child, especially the inner teen. Okay, so if you allow this to come in, and it is coming in and it will come in, what's going to happen is you're going to have these emotional releases around that inner teen who really needed to be told that he or she could shine, okay? Because your ego is allowed to shine, and if your ego isn't shining, it's because you might think that, or other egos might be around you who don't want you to shine, okay? But here's the thing, all of us can shine all at once, okay? You can be as big as you want around me. Like, you can be as big, as loud, as in your ego as you want around somebody who has a very secure ego. And so this is sort of what you're presenting. You're becoming more secure in your own ego. And as a child, and even in your teens, you might have gotten pushed away, pushed down for presenting the light. And so it brought you into this habit of dimming yourself down for others, when really, like, shine as big as shine, and be the main character. Okay, be that main character, because if you got side characters around you who aren't main characters, they're gonna feel some type of way when you start acting like the main character. Okay, you're gonna start repelling their energy, and then you're gonna start attracting people who believe themselves to be the main character of their own story, and then y'all both can handle each other because you both are main characters. And then you're just attracting all of these main character energies. And it's like, you don't want to play the side part. You don't want anybody else to play the side part. But if that's what they choose to do, then that's what they're choosing to do. And you are moving on and forward, attracting who you deserve to be around, which is main character energy, okay? It's time to stop playing nice around these side characters and just be yourself. Okay, be confident, be yourself. Don't think twice about it. Don't think about what they're gonna think, because you're gonna get misinterpreted. You're gonna get misperceived. Okay, and you're gonna be disliked sometimes, but that's okay. It's okay to be disliked. It's okay to be perceived in a different way. It's okay for somebody not to appreciate or respect you, but as long as you give that to yourself, you're gonna attract people who also give that to you. Okay? And I'm just getting that you're becoming a very polarizing figure. And as you become more polarizing, you're going to start becoming more magnetic. All magnets are polarized. And so as you start to really be yourself, more and more of your tribe who actually attunes and aligns with you will start coming around you. Okay? Because if you're very out and open about the fact that you don't like bananas, okay? The people who love bananas, they may not like you, but you're going to attract people who don't like bananas. If you get my gist, okay? Bananas is a weird way to say that, but I felt like ringing in my head that whole time. Very interesting, very, very interesting. A little tidbit at the end there. You got a very, very intellectual masculine within you. And I'm just getting that you also have a past life version of yourself who's a very high and high spiritual rank, okay? Piles of money, okay, now coming out. Piles of money. It's like this high spiritually ranking past life version of yourself. He's telling me right now. He's like, dude, we've got this in the bag. Thank you so much. Plant the seed. Plant the seed. You smell good and passion of the Christ, okay? You smell good and passion of the Christ. So when people have passion, like passion literally smells. Like I can smell people who are passionate. I walk into a room and it's like you start talking to somebody and you can smell it on them. You can smell the success on them. I'm not talking about like weird body odor. I'm talking about like you sniff it on them and they're like, you can just feel it in your head. You can feel it in your bones. You can feel the activations happening within you just by being around these people. Okay, and when you start to surround yourself with multiple people who do that for you, okay, and it's not being like, and here's the thing: what's so cool about those types of people is they're surrounding themselves with other people like them too. So it's not like you're relying on them and them alone to build up your. It's like they have other people who build up their energy and inspire them and encourage them, and you have other people who inspire you. And it's like this big network I'm starting to see now of this like grid that's coming together for you of your soul tribe. And these are business people. You must be a business oriented person, okay? Because I'm just seeing you at the top. I'm seeing you in like suited up. But it's like you have this fashion about you as well. This like weird, it's not weird. It's more like quirky. It's more like you stand out from the crowd. And I'm just getting your energy so strongly now. I just want to keep going. So let me pull an animal spirit on you as well. Hyena. 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 Oh. I started making those noises, and Anastasia over there started moving. She's like, what are you doing? Why are you making that noise? Humor, wit, sarcasm. The hyena personality is a jokester and a crowd pleaser. But below the surface, there are unfulfilled dreams to be realized. When the hyena card appears, it's time to reflect on your reliance on sarcasm and humor to express your truth. Are you using jokes to hide old resentments in relationships or to mask things that you feel uncomfortable discussing? What would happen if you took your goals seriously? Charming, witty, fun to be around, scrappy, petty, suspicious, sobriety. Okay. Ooh, so that one hits hard right there. It's like, yeah, I mean, really, humor. Are you using humor as a way to communicate to people? Like humor is amazing, and it's a very strong like trait to have, to convey yourself, to be humorous in certain situations. It can show a lot of wisdom. It can show a lot of grace. It can show a lot of mercy. Let me pull another card on this humor that you've been using. This is sort of a hidden aspect, really. Guiding children, the Mara. You are good at helping, counseling. Listen, your inner child doesn't hear the joke. Your inner child doesn't get the joke. If you joke on yourself, if you rag on yourself, if you rag on others, their inner child doesn't hear the joke. They get offended. Okay? Even if their adult version of them can like handle it and see that it's a joke, if you're ragging on yourself or others, especially yourself, okay? Self-talk is so important. And if you are even as a joke saying, "Oh, I'm too lazy for this. If you say anything as a joke, your subconscious mind registers it as truth. Okay? Even if you tell somebody what they are, your subconscious registers it as your truth. So it's important to watch your words. It's important to watch what you're saying, even when you're being funny. Even when it's like, don't diss yourself for a laugh, okay? The laugh is a good feeling, but don't diss yourself. It's very important. Very, very important. How can the collective here sit with their feelings? Sit with these feelings that they're joking about. How can they do that? Because I'm getting it might be a little bit difficult for you. New life, home, release. Listen, like you don't need to sit with these feelings. You just need to let this thing go. You know, I have a book right in front of me. It's by John Perkins. You can get it at Barnes & Noble. It's called The Power of Letting Go. Okay? There's a similar book called The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, but it's like there's nothing to gain from those situations. There's nothing to gain from you holding on to that stuff. It's time to forgive. It's time to let go. It's time to truly just say and give it to God, okay? And what that means is it's like you don't have to like bring anybody back into your life to forgive them, but what you do have to do is you have to forgive yourself for allowing that behavior to take place in your life and in your sanctuary. And you also have to that's really it. Allowing this stuff to sort of happen to you. Okay? Allowing yourself to put up with it for any longer period of time than you thought was necessary. Okay. I'm also getting a sense that like you don't actually need to focus on or sit with the feelings per se. It's more like you need to sit with what do you want in the future. You need to sit with your goals and your dreams. You need to sit with, okay, what am I actually getting at here? And why is this drama of the situation at hand not worth it? Like why is holding on to this thing right here not worth it? Because it's not worth it. It's not worth you holding on to those resentments or anything like that. It's not worth you giving up your future. It's not worth you giving up success because, yeah, you can be resentful, but it's going to delay your success for, it can delay people's success for months. It can delay people's success for years and even decades because of their resentment that they're holding for other people, okay? And if you can't forgive others, okay, or if you're having a hard time forgiving others, there's a very big reason for that. And it could be that you're having a hard time forgiving yourself for something that you've done in your life. So make sure you're going through and you're looking at, okay, what are the things that I feel like I've done that have made me feel unworthy of receiving love or anything like that. And then forgive yourself and give yourself mercy and grace for those things, okay? I'm going to pull one more card. Don't live the stories of others, write your own. Creativity, adventure, find your genius. And I am getting that you're very unique when it comes to your dreams, okay? And your dreams would not have been given to you unless you could fulfill them in this life, okay? Create your own thing. Don't copy somebody else. That's not for you. That's for other people, but that's not for you. You're not a copier. You're not a mimicker. You are a creator. You're an alchemist. Alchemize these feelings. Okay? That is all I have for you today. Have a wonderful, excuse me. Jeepers, I'm burping. Have a wonderful rest of your day. It has been a beautiful, wonderful, amazing reading yet again from my beautiful, wonderful, amazing collective. And bye-bye.